Greetings, my people. It's Mr. PDT yet again on another episode of the Enlightenment series. I hope most of you have had a wonderful 2023. My 2023 begins today, like it's the 6th of January 2023. I always take the first 5 days of the year. I put them aside, I find myself, I take time to meditate. I take time to connect with my spirit man, and I seek guidance. I also, try to establish and also trying to restore what might have been lost in terms of my spiritual connections, because I believe the only time you can have a conversation with yourself is the time when you are away from almost everything that might distract you from understanding and assimilating information, ideas, and different other things that can all compound to you building a strong foundation for the rest of the year. So I took that break and I'm fully charged now, so much energetic, and I'm ready for war. I'm ready to soldier on. I'm ready to take this on, and our mission has been simple. My resolution is quite simple. I once mentioned it in one of my posts, if I'm not mistaken, before the year ended or on the 1st of January, that I'm hoping and I'm wishing that if all churches in Africa that are under the umbrella of Christianity, okay, if all shrines, calling them churches is actually not appropriate, if all shrines in Africa can be banned. So we'll try by all means to write petitions, we'll try by all means to reach out to men that are in power, our politicians, even though they are corrupt, to persuade them to also maybe consider amending constitutions, to also maybe consider to start regulating these shrines, these business entities, if possible, to make sure that they all start paying tax. Because once we start involving them in these subjecting them to these forms of management and these forms of control and supervision, trust me, a lot of things are likely to change. The corruption in churches will reduce, and all the atrocities that are being caused by these shrines will also reduce. We also want the authorities to come up with strict regulations, to have an independent body, not these Christian organizations that are in each and every country. In Nigeria, we have CAN. In South Africa, we have, what's the name of, is it CRLHS or something like that, that govern the operations of churches. These bodies are just, they are toothless dogs. They are mostly managed or they are controlled by the prophets, by the pastors that we are trying to put to order. That's why you always realize that when these pastors and prophets are out of line, there's no one to call them out. There's no one to discipline them. There is no disciplinary committee that is set aside, that is effective and that is useful in making sure that all those pastors that are outside of the rules or the regulations that churches or men of so-called clergy should abide to, they are always walking free. Anything can happen and none is being brought to book. You can report to them, you won't get any response. You bring in a report to these organizations managing churches, they'll call the pastors and the pastors will give them money. They are literally in the pockets of these clergy. So they are literally useless institutions that will never bring any form of result or resolution in as far as the challenges, the problems that the children of God or Christians are going through at the moment. So that will be one of the things that will be advocating for, that there has to be a private institution that can be responsible. I don't think these institutions that we have today are private. They're probably being controlled by these very same churches, because the heads of these institutions are elected by the very same clergy, and they are being financed by the very same clergy. So these are just toothless dogs that needs to be gotten rid of, that need to be taken out of the picture. So in the year 2023, there's quite a lot of things that we'll be addressing, quite a lot of topics that we'll be touching on, and not forgetting baby testimony, that is our number one priority. We're not moving away, shunning away, or even giving Jeremiah Omoto a break until he answers, until he does the needful, until he provides a solution as to how we can get baby testimony. Forever he will be liable, today, tomorrow, and any other day. We shall keep on calling him out until he does the needful. The case of missing children, to those of you who are probably familiar with such cases, they don't get solved overnight. It takes time to bring these cases to closure. It takes time to discover or to locate children that went missing over a very long period of time. So when it comes to patience, I'll always keep encouraging you to remain patient and for you to also do what you can in your little way. If there is anything that you can do in helping, assisting, or finding a way, ideas that we can maybe put this program, or maybe we can put this campaign on a notch which is a little bit higher to fast track the finding of the missing child. But I believe it's in God's hands, in God's good time. We are going to find baby testimony. When we least expect it, that's when our boy is going to come out. There will be a lot of conspiracy theories that they will try to bring, to try to diffuse, to try to kind of, to kind of neutralize this case. But trust me, let me tell you one thing for sure. As long as I'm still alive, none of that will succeed. None of that will work. The only thing that will make us stop talking about this is after baby testimony has been released, after baby testimony has been reunited with his biological mother and with his biological family. So we'll keep our heads high and we'll dig our heels deep in. We'll keep moving forward. Nothing is going to shake us. We still remain committed. A child is missing and a child is to be found. And we'll try by all means to make sure that we make Ruth Matthew happy. We reunite her with her missing lovely baby boy testimony. Just imagine if that was your child. I hope and I'm sure you'd also want the fight to continue. I'm sure you'd also want to make sure to see the end of this. Most of people are waiting to see the end of this. I'm also waiting to see the end of this. But one thing I know for sure, as long as there's still blood in my system, there's still breath in my system, I'll take my last breath until that baby is found. So my people, this is just an opening episode of 2023, and I'm looking forward to be engaging with you along the year, and a lot of exciting news is coming during the course of the year. So for now, my people, I just want to wish you a very beautiful year. I just want to wish you a wonderful year. I hope you have gone back to work if you have, and I hope some of you are kissing goodbye to your loved ones. You're going back to work and stuff like that. But be that as it may, don't forget to put God first. Don't forget to pray always. Don't forget to treat others with love, respect, and honor. So with that being said, it's Mr. PDT. I'll check you out on the next episode of the Enlightenment series. I'm out.